Welcome, sovereign, beloved souls. Welcome to Celestial Oracle Codes. Welcome to my channel. I am Samuel. We have a lot to go over. There are a lot of shifts happening in the collective right now. I am seeing an expanding, it looks like a cylinder or a reservoir, and I am hearing that you can handle more than before. You're being called to accept one responsibility you once avoided, one thing that you didn't like doing, one thing that you procrastinated away. Just accept that, and this growth from actually taking that responsibility upon yourself and truly accepting accountability for whatever outcome that creates in your life will ultimately increase your bandwidth. That frequency, that behavior will equal a higher alignment of available experiences that you ultimately will hold as bandwidth. So your confidence will rise through this applied capacity. And all you have to do is trust yourself. Your self trust is already strengthening. So you're being asked to act confidently in all that you do. And as your doubts fade and your patience is refined through the timing that is improving the quality of your life. I love that. So we are going to actually tap into the energy because as a collective we're all going through the closing of karmic cycles, and also if we are in the higher alignment, or if we are embodying our highest self or our higher self, or we have more socially conscious thoughts and are more cosmocentric than egocentric, I'll say that, then we are shifting in our energy and our field is shifting. And because of that, we are elevating. And so what that means is we're becoming more optimistic. We're becoming more positive in general. Our view, our vision of our lives, and the capacity that we have to change not only our reality, but also to make a difference in the world at large. And so we are aligning with that, or realigning with that kind of soul mission, life purpose, that we all kind of feel this calling toward. Now, it doesn't have to all be the same thing. Obviously, everyone has their own, and no one expects you to house or be the same as everyone, right? Everyone's different, and so everyone's purpose, it really goes along with their passion. So we have candle illumination on the bottom of the deck. And so when candle presents itself, it is an automatic, this is not only kind of that light bulb moment and that an epiphany that's coming to you, but there is something that you've been asking for a very long time now. And ultimately, you need to be assured that very soon the answer or solution that you've been waiting for is going, you're going to be illuminated. Something is going to come to you. There's some kind of idea or insight. This could also be you overhearing a conversation amongst strangers who actually are discussing or expressing the exact answer that you are needing. So look for that. Also, this could also appear on billboards. This is you seeking some kind of answer or resolution in your life, and it coming through whatever means the universe has to give it and bring it to you. But ultimately, what it truly and ultimately means is that soon the answer or solution you have been waiting for will be illuminated. So, too often you have dismissed direct divine guidance, mistaking it for your own thoughts. But your thoughts, your spiritual team, confirmation received, it comes through in all types of ways. 1111. And also, this is important that you know that an energetic gateway is opening up. So there's something where your thoughts are manifesting at lightning speed right now. And if you're seeking answers or you have a desire to know something, then you need to be open to however that guidance or those answers are coming to you. Ultimately, instead, it is time for you to realize your natural, clear cognizant, clear knowing abilities. Like you know things, you naturally know them. You automatically know when you are perplexed or when there's a crisis, you know when to go left and when to go right. You've often not known why things worked out for you in such a miraculous way. It seemed like you were so lucky, but it was ultimately because on an inner level, even before you were truly awakening or spiritually enlightened in any way, shape, or form, you naturally used to just make the kinds of decisions that would turn out to be more fulfilling or a better outcome in your life. um, I'm talking to the person who has done that all their life, okay, naturally. So you need to accept that this gift is they're helping you now. You're receiving messages from spirit through this, and it's coming through as clear cognizance. So what this is clear knowing. And so you have to be trusting yourself now more than ever, is what this illumination card is saying. And ultimately, let's get the energy out here. Okay. Let's get you 5. All right, so now we know that we've already seen illumination. Here we are. So that's candle illumination. And then tarot was the first card that came out on the top. So that means that either you may be one who reads tarot, or obviously if you're watching this video, then you're someone who seeks the counsel of tarot guidance, right? Or oracles. So at the end of the day, this is about listening to your inner guidance, but this is also about seeking out a tarot card reader or an oracle. Hello, at your services. But also to listen to the guidance that you receive and to know, to allow it to land on you the way that spirit and ultimately, I'm hearing your ancestors want this to land on you. There are your spiritual team, your spiritual guide, your ancestors, the Most High, all that you resonate with. The universe is trying to illuminate you and answer your prayers right now. Ultimately, you asked something. There's something that you asked about, and this is signifying that following whatever, tarot card reader or oracle that you resonate with, be that me or others or all of us, just allow yourself to lead the way. Also, if you do read tarot, allow your readings to be a powerful light that leads you as well. The tarot represents a life quest. Remember that. And receiving this card lets you know you are being called to your own quest, one way or another. It's time to leave the comfort of your everyday life and do the unexpected in some way with this illumination and tarot card coming out. Okay? So don't play it safe. Instead, take up your sword and swashbuckle or whatever. Onward, daring, wherever you want to go. Okay? Be adventurous. Be seat by the fly of your pants energy. Be I will never sit on the fence energy. Be I'm taking the world by storm energy. Okay? That is what this is calling you to do. But don't be fooled along the way, for appearances can be deceptive. So remember to always trust your guidance. Always trust your higher wisdom. Okay? That's also what illumination means. So just don't be fooled along the way. Instead, trust in the guidance of the tarot, which will map possible pathways for your personal growth, right? We're going to do that today. And insight, and it will point you towards all that you need to know, okay? So you don't have to worry about how you're going to get there or what steps you're going to take or how it's going to go. So the next card up is Wishbone. So that lets me know that one way or another, not only is your inquiry being answered by your spiritual team and by the universe, okay? But also, you are receiving guidance from oracles and tarot readers, and it is leading you to a pathway, right? Not only is it giving you two ways to go, so you have two options. You might actually be stuck in the middle of a decision right now, and you're not giving yourself a chance. So I'm telling you right now, we're gonna read into these cards, but this, and this means you need to be taking whatever the calculated risk is. Okay, this confirmation received. This means that there's something that's calling you, something that you've been thinking, right? Clear cognizance and clear knowing. You've been knowing something that it's been on your mind, okay? Pay attention to your thoughts right now. Pay attention to your thoughts, and ultimately, if you have a decision to make, let the one that feels like it's going to be the most exhilarating, but maybe even the more scary one. Okay, not scary in a toxic or unsafe way, but scary in a I don't know exactly what's going to happen because I am not used to entering the unknown with such grace and ease and flow, with the endless possibilities working out in my favor in the universe, catering to me, and life unfolding in a fulfilling way that shows me that life is happening for me and not to me, kind of deal. You know what I mean? So that's what you're looking for. You're looking for something that kind of sparks that nervous system. It rubs it a little bit, but it's only to show you that the risk is worth it. And this is ultimately to expand your confidence and the capacity that you have to trust in yourself and have trust and faith in the universe, and also have patience for the divine timing and have faith and trust in you taking inspired action in divine right timing and getting and accomplishing your goals. So, powerful message right there. Chance coming out next to Wishbone lets me know that not only will this illumination lead to a wish being granted, but also two paths that open up, and you should probably listen to the tarot guidance in the oracle or just the guidance in general, especially if you are an oracle or if you do read tarot, then this would be the time for you to step out of your comfort zone. Do something different, okay? This is where you're taking calculated risks that can change your life or leave you fulfilled in ways that you never imagined. Wow. And so, hydromancy, illusion, this is seeing past the illusion of anyone who's trying to present any kind of complications in your life, or anybody who's being deceitful, or anybody who's not portraying themselves as they should be. This is also you trusting yourself, and this is your self-trust strengthening. This is you seeing past the illusion that the world used to project onto you, and this is you finally living in your authenticity. This is also Kundalini rising, hydromancy, and illusion. So ultimately, with illumination, tarot guidance, wishbone, which means that some wish is going to be granted for you, I guarantee. But also, it means that you need to take a chance, maybe, so that you may, it may require you to take a chance. It may require you to step out of your comfort zone. It may require you to go back to something that maybe you gave up at a time, or maybe something that you felt like you put on the back burner. This is also a time for you to pick up projects and to launch any kind of new business or new idea or new opportunity or new investment. This is go time, guys. That's what this means. And so ultimately, with all of these cards, let's clarify some of this. So we will do, let's see what's going on with the chakras. All right, so For each card, we'll see exactly what chakra is the one that's working with the element of that card. So, all right. Okay, so show me what is governing this chance. Which chakra? Which chakra? Okay, so the chance is in a relationship or a second chance in a relationship. Maybe you're getting a second chance in a partnership. Could also be, maybe this could be a second chance even in a family relationship, some dynamic. One way or another, this is some kind of soul aligned relationship that equals a deeper freedom and trust after your acceptance of intimacy in this relationship. So you can take a chance on that. That's what's coming out in that. For the part of you that is awakening, becoming, seeing past the illusions, and ultimately becoming a higher, evolved, we'll say embodied aspect of the divine in form. Okay, the your creativity and your imagination, the expression of your creativity and your imagination, and using it in original ways, just expressing your passions right now, is the way for you to step into that higher aspect of yourself that this new phase is truly asking and calling you to step into. I mean, it's really a beautiful thing. You are a beautifully imaginative, powerfully creative, original, passionate, and just wise and just enlightened person. Ultimately, this clear cognizance is tied to a deeper link to the divine. And so you can get downloads, is truly what this means. You can truly get downloads. If you look and see these flowers here, well, there's a different reflection there inside of the pool. And so that's like showing that not only can you see through the illusion of reality or what people feel like is the material physical world, but you can also create ripples and consciously co-create with the universe to create reality here. And all you have to do is use your imagination in a passionate way that expresses your originality. Look at that. Beautiful. So that is you. Okay, so I'm sorry. Your chance is ultimately coming from your sacral chakra in these relationships, or this relationship that's going to be a second chance, or just you being finding the intimacy and the balance within intimacy that leads to you finally seeing and sensing abundance in every area of your life. I'm hearing. Okay, so creativity is linked to the throat chakra, and that is what is truly going to awaken and empower you in this new phase and during this upgrade, this ascension process. Okay, wishbone. Let's see what chakra is granting your wishes right now. So wishbone is connected to, thank you Most High, connection. Oh, okay. So get this. Wishbone is actually connected to two chakras. Of course it is. And the wishbone is connected to the third eye chakra and the heart chakra. Go figure. So the inspiration from the third eye and the new ideas, right? Being open to new ideas and the spark of consciousness, the spark of the impulse, the spark of the ideas that are leading to a new conception and a new impulses that are ultimately leading to new connections, right? and universal oneness or love and support or interconnectedness that are just leading you into a new way of being, a new community. And it's ultimately, look at this. Look at the inspiration card, those shooting stars, make a wish. And then we've got the wishbone card, make a wish. And then connection is where all of the wishes come true. And so it's through this inspired action, through this inspiration, connected to this creativity, connected to this passionate imagination and originality that is leading to whatever this this acceptance of intimacy and the freedom to be intimate and actually trust being intimate with others and accepting, just being in relationships. Not It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. This can be platonic. This can be a soul aligned platonic relationship. This can be a business partnership. This can be any soul aligned relationship that leads to an elevated state within your life or a fulfillment within your experience. And so this shows me that it's a connection, right? Like, this is you having inspired action that leads to your wish fulfillment through some kind of connection, whether that be a connection that you have leading to the wish being fulfilled, or you take an inspired action finding and having your wish of a deep connection, right, fulfilled, or you take in creative, imaginative, original, passionate, inspired action through some collaborative action that leads to your wish being fulfilled, okay? So there's quite a few scenarios for the collective in this situation. And let's see exactly what this illumination is coming from. I mean, we already know that you have inspiration and creativity flowing through you. We know that you have the right connections and you have the soul aligned connections coming in all the relationships. You're aware that taking a chance would benefit you right now. And ultimately, you're listening to your tarot guidance and to the guidance of your spiritual guides. Plus, you are being open to the illumination from the universe in whatever way that those messages are coming through and however this insight is going to come to you. And that is connected to, of course, the third eye. All right, so that's guidance. Imagine that. The illumination is connected to guidance. Look at that. So the guidance is support, love, signs, and direction. So remember that you are loved, and you will always see the signs, know that you are supported, and in any direction you go, okay? Because at the end of the day, that's what this card is saying. And ultimately, it's connecting straight to this illumination, which means, like I said, you have guides, guidance, support in the universe that is coming through to give you this illumination, showing you the answer to what this chance is. And these new relationships, these soul aligned relationships, this inspiration and this wish being granted through your deeper soul aligned, mutually beneficial connections while you're being creative. While you're being creative and expressing yourself in a passionate, original way, okay? And trusting that the guidance is coming to you, okay? Do not worry. Like, that's what I'm hearing you need to be called to do. You need to release the worry, release the fear, release the doubt. It cannot come with you where you're going. It is a part of the old role. Recalibrate. One hand over, one hand 2 inches above the navel, one hand over the heart, and just breathe it in. I am safe. Life is abundant and I am safe. And, whatever perplexed you before, it's not here anymore. It's neutralized now. It has no weight, no power, no nothing in your life anymore. If it does, it is in the process of being removed. I assure you. I don't care if it's a person, place, or thing. You can trust that it is happening. Act confidently in all that you do, okay? You're being called to act confidently in all that you do with this tarot guidance. And make sure that you're trusting yourself, trusting the guidance coming to you, trusting that you are meant for bigger and better things, trusting that things are unfolding in your life to show you the same, okay? Trusting that small wins matter now more than ever. You need to be really celebrating those small wins because your progress is accumulating quietly. I'm going to let you know that right now. And as your progress accumulates quietly, you got to be celebrating at least one major improvement in your life, at least one minor improvement in your life, at least one thing that changed, one step you took, one thing you did. It doesn't have to be something you went out and did. It can be something that you did for yourself. It can be something that maybe you didn't do, right? It can be maybe some restraint that you showed to yourself or showed for yourself. It can be anything under the sun that gives you the motivation to compound more of those wins in your life, okay? So let's get you some action steps. Oh, no, actually, let's see. So with tarot, what comes through the chakra that tarot is connected to, could be connected to any of them, but throat chakra, pure throat chakra energy, obviously, communication, crystal clear communication. And so that is what's coming through with this guidance. So now you have throat chakra activation within your creativity and your imagination and the expression and the passionate expression of your originality. And you also have the throat chakra communication coming through, giving you insights, giving you crystal clear communication to show you the way, guide you along your way, okay? So let's go ahead and see what the Oracle of Ascendance has to say here. So we'll just pull a few cards just to see exactly what the energy is. These usually give some kind of insight based upon ancient symbols. And so let's just see what the energy is that wants to come out and express itself here. So okay. So we'll pull from the... Alright, so Sacral, Sun, and Octagram. Alright, so for Sacral to be coming up and for it to be in the negative, it shows me that there is an imbalance somehow within maybe the relationships or within the overall intimacy and the creativity. So you might be having trouble birthing some creative venture, or you might be having trouble being intimate in relationships or just being in a relationship in general right now. This also could be some kind of childhood trauma that has happened here, okay? So what this is saying in the reverse is ultimately it is saying that we need to be focusing on the restoration of our balance, right? Doing our breath work, doing any spiritual practices that we feel called to, quantum qigong in general, yoga, reiki. Ultimately, we need to be meditating. We need to be finding stillness, recalibrating the body, keeping the stress down, calming the vibration down, calming the energy down, and making sure that we're finding balance and we are understanding that life is abundant and we are safe. When we understand that we are in an abundant universe and that there is nothing that we outside of us that can ultimately have power and authority over us to the point that it can affect us, so much so it affects our vibration and affects the way that we externalize our own impulses, or we project our own energy. Well, then that is what this energy, this card in reverse, represents. So this leads us back to emotional sovereignty. This leads us back to a harmony and healing and an adjustment that leads to a growth and creation and momentum from a choice in balance and finding stability and structure in pausing and meditating, and so that we can supersede and overcome, I'm hearing, conflict, change, or friction that might happen in our lives. Okay, so this is also inner mastery and learning, or beginning to learn, a new way of expressing your emotions and controlling your emotions in the world, and also utilizing your controlled emotions to manifest and create your desired reality. I love that. Okay, so the sun hum coming at you next to the sacral chakra in reverse shows me that there is maybe a lack of confidence here. You're not fully trusting yourself. You don't fully feel comfortable letting yourself shine fully. You don't feel comfortable stepping into the whole full authenticity of your power and who you are. And ultimately, this comes from a, yeah, okay, so now I feel the childhood insecurity. I almost feel stage fright in a way. I feel very, very insecure about being in front of big crowds of people. Okay, so let me say this. Beautiful, beautiful, wonderful soul. Everybody has energy blocks, or just core wounds, trauma. Everybody has something that stands in their way in life. We all have these weaknesses that we have to work through one way or the other. I really hated being on camera. I still do. Like, eventually we'll be back, and I'll do the ones where I actually have my face on there and everything. But ultimately, I want you guys to see the cards, and it's not that big of a deal. But it's been a very big process for me, working through just not wanting to be seen. And so this is showing me that same quality within you. And so what I want to say is, it gets easier. It gets easier as you allow yourself to be seen. It gets easier as you grow the confidence and capacity to believe in yourself and to have enough trust, faith, care, love, respect, understanding, compassion, support, and confidence in yourself to allow this to be this for you. Okay? A balanced expression of your confidence, passionate, original, creative, original, inspirational ideas and concepts that you have the impulse and spark to communicate to the world through your throat chakra, with this great illumination and the universal oneness and love and interconnectedness that you truly embody. You truly, truly are that beautiful being. And ultimately, this will just lead to deeper soul aligned, mutually beneficial relationships in your life. But ultimately, right now, what this is calling you to do is just start taking small steps toward stepping out of your comfort zone. Okay. Also, celebrating small wins and letting that progress accumulate quietly, but also letting the gratitude of being grateful for every win fuel your perseverance, and then making sure that you're celebrating the most minor of improvements to your being, to your life, whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it is. Okay, so the last card you got was Octagram. And let me tell you, when Octagram pops up, Octagram is a very ancient star symbol. And it ultimately is a symbol of abundance, a great abundance, okay? So this is a star of Lakshmi, okay, the goddess of abundance. And this is, I can't remember all of the different divine beings and higher light beings and mythological beings and blah, blah, blah that have to do with this in abundance. But let me just tell you what it is. This card, ultimately popping up here, is telling you not only that you need to be more aware of the fact that this is an abundant universe, right? So this right here shows me that you are maybe down in the dumps on the abundance, maybe not feeling so abundant these days, maybe feeling like things are a little bleak. This is can be this is introverted. You're not really wanting to express yourself, not wanting to be seen, not feeling like life can turn up roses for you at any time. And this is a reminder that this is an abundant universe, but you have to be open to all abundance in all its forms. This is more than just financial abundance. This is abundance in wealth, health, relationships, spirituality, and all of the beautiful things in life. This is all the ways that abundance can flow and come to you. And this is the fact that abundance is calling you. Abundant means are coming to you. Opportunities and ideas are trying to find their way to you. The shooting star, look at that. It's on the way to you. But you've got to start seeing in a more confident, positive, balanced, optimistic, right? I'm hearing powerful and structured, stable, as well as inspired way. You know, like, know that you're meant for more. Know that you wouldn't even be getting this card in this reading if you weren't meant for something great and abundant. And I don't just mean financial abundance. I mean an abundance of relationships for people who are mutually soul aligned, mutually beneficial, mutually growth oriented. So either they're growing from being near you or transforming from being near you, or somehow they are propelling you into a growth spurt and elevating you into a higher level of consciousness one way or another. And ultimately, this is a glorious amount of abundant health. This is health and vitality. This is, time freedom. This is an abundance of personal freedom. This is abundance of the financial abundance comes with it, but it comes with so many other fulfilling and abundant aspects of life that it's hard to just give it to financial abundance when we get that octagram. But ultimately, what this is saying is there are an abundant amount of opportunities, ideas, and gifts that are coming to you from the universe now, but you need to be open to all the different ways that that abundance can come to you, and also the different ways that there are for abundance to be in this universe. The different kinds of abundance in this universe, how could they effectively improve your life? Okay. So, for instance, I went to go upgrade my account, right? Like I had a confirmation receipt. I don't know why they love this story, but I had Verizon prepaid, and I felt like it was a regular Verizon network, and it's not. Okay, Verizon prepaid is not like the regular Verizon network. But anyway, I wanted the regular Verizon network, so I went to Verizon and just to get the upgraded account, right? Either way, I was gonna get the upgraded account confirmation receipt. This is so funny. So then I go in there, you guys, and I basically get the content creator bundle, because they give me the new upgraded version of my phone, right? The new Galaxy S, and then they also give me a freaking free tablet free phone, free tablet for upgrading my phone service like I was already going to. So that's with what this gives. It gives that I'm already doing what's best for me. I'm already showing self-love, self-care to myself. I'm already upgrading me, upgrading my energy, and the universe is upgrading even more. Unimaginable things are coming into my life, and gifts are coming into my life. So turn that frown upside down and get that sacral chakra spinning round. Make it, see yourself vibrant like the sun. Isn't that funny that sacral chakra, even though solar plexus chakra is like sun energy, okay? But sacral chakra, if you really look at the chakras, sacral chakra is like sun energy. Okay, it looks, if when your sacral chakra is completely balanced and energetic, it feels like the sun stretching across the sky of your soul at the golden hour of the day. Okay, like that's how it feels. It feels so divine and so illuminating and lifting and warming and just immensely healing. And that is what you're being called to focus on. So you could do chakra work right now. You could do some sacral chakra work. You can check out my Reiki Master channel. I actually have a sacral chakra video on there if you feel called to, or you can just YouTube sacral chakra meditation, sacral chakra music, sacral chakra healing music. You can do all of those things too. So there's lots of options for you to take. You can just make sure that you're empowered, stay connected, and just remember that you are a divine being first. So let's get into the stability index so that we can get you some action steps. Oh, actually, do you know what? Let's do an ether creature card. So for the ether creature card, we've got caucus. Yeah. Which it looked like a unicorn to me, but obviously it's something else. so so the caucus is a herd being and does not stray far from its group. All right, so if you feel out of alignment with your integrity, the caucus is a good omen, reminding you that you have an opportunity to right wrongs and change what you are thinking, saying, and doing so as to align with good outcomes. Remember the incorruptible nature of your core essence and true character. Consider the caucus to be the herald of a blessing, but in order to align with this blessing, you must be pure of heart and think, speak, and act with integrity. Okay? So the caucus teaches you what is needed in order for you to be in tune with and in alignment with this universe and the other things in it, so that you are welcomed as an integral piece of them and of the landscape of existence itself. So if the caucus has appeared to you right side up, which it has, you need to ask yourself some questions and adjust your mannerisms in response to the answers you receive. Are the things that you are saying and doing in alignment or out of alignment with your integrity? Do they feel good and right to you? Or is there a little voice or feeling inside of you indicating the opposite? Are there wrongs you need to correct? Do you need to change course right now so as to be in alignment with your own integrity? Do you feel deserving of good fortune? What do you need to do to feel that? Like the caucus, you are a pure being. Are you being attuned? And how might you be thinking, speaking, or acting that makes you alone? Okay, so that is actually a really powerful message. So the medicine of caucus is virtue, integrity, incorruptibility, good fortune, community, and belonging. And I love this because it rings true to this. And so this, I just want to remind you that don't count your soul tribe out. Okay? This is soul tribe energy. So this lets me know that whatever this vibration is, holding this integrity, holding this alignment, focusing on the positive, knowing that and sensing abundance in all areas of your life, expressing yourself in an imaginative and original, passionate way that is inspired, that leaves, you know, new ideas and sparks new ideas in your life and in your consciousness, while taking calculated risks and enlightened chances that have been inspired by your spiritual team and your guides and your guidance, okay? That will lead to this new fulfillment in your life, this new abundance in your life, this wish fulfilled in your life. What a beautiful reading. Okay, so we got those. I did promise that we were going to get some Sovereign Stability Index cards. So let's see. We'll do 5. Okay, so this will be 5 actions to take. 5, right? Actually, let's do this. We're going to do, I'm just going to allow however many come out that are going to come out. But what I'm going to say is, show me what is to come and be for the collective who is viewing this reading. Okay. So I'm hearing 7. Very interesting. Okay, so we're gonna do 7 and we're gonna figure out exactly what it is. Okay. Alright. Beautiful. Okay, I think we are there. Whoa. So that was an extra one, I guess. Oh, there's more. Okay. Like I said, we're going to allow whatever to come out. Okay, so that was actually a good amount of them. I've never actually had this many come out. Okay, so... Interesting. Okay, so... they're telling me to start with this one. Alright, so you are being repositioned. Okay, so delays were directional and they were for corrections. So know that any rejection is redirection or protection, and everything that is happening, the repositioning or anything that seems like it was anything that seems like it was dislocating or disheveling was ultimately just repositioning you for a better stance or a more stable and structured place, an elevated place for you to start expanding in your life. Okay? So you're being called to say yes only to what strengthens your core. So only to what truly resonates with your core values, only to what does not infringe upon your boundaries, and only to what is truly aligned with your ultimate desires and goals in life. Okay? Also, this is about within one cycle of consistency, your clarity sharpening. So this is about you getting very consistent about what you'll allow in your life and also what you expect from your experience in this life. Okay. So with emotional maturity, so let's talk about where you are going, right? Because that was what we really wanted to see. We wanted to see what was coming. So what is coming is you are building long-term security right now. And ultimately, your foundations matter more than flashes. So you're strengthening the fundamentals at this point, and the risk is decreasing over time. So ultimately, you're going to feel more stable, more secure here in the near future. Your conflict is fading in your life, and your doubt is fading with it. Excellent. So you're becoming a lot more trusting of yourself, trusting of your reality, and I'm not going to say fully trusting of others quite yet, but it's because you're still establishing the others that you're allowing into your sphere. So you are still discerning who the others are that are allowed to be near you, basically. And you've had a lot of betrayal in your life. It seemed like everybody betrayed you actually in your life there for a time. And also, this recent close of a cycle has left you with some unanswered questions, and obviously you still have people in your sphere that were very toxic and were a part of this last lesson learned that is equaling this blessing that you're about to earn. So that's a powerful message coming through. So your timing is improving with, and your quality is improving with it. Your mastery is accelerating. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And you're being asked to prioritize one main objective. So there's something that you truly want to do, probably something to do with whatever this illumination is, or whatever you are looking into the tarot guidance for so much. Something that you need to take a chance on and might feel like it was a wish granted, okay? So your network is evolving. So that is a part of the relationships and the connection. All right. And so as your network evolves, the alignment is reshaping your proximity. So spend time with growth-minded individuals, okay? So this is abundance, growth-oriented abundance mindset, okay? Like that's what is coming through. So environment influences trajectory. Remember that. And your expansion is accelerating, and it will accelerate in the near future. So that is what's coming into your life as well. Your peace is also deepening here now and in the near future. And your clarity is increasing, so things will become a lot more clear. You'll understand exactly what to do and where you're going. Maybe even after you have consulted some of these tarot readers. And just remember that time is on your side, so you don't have to worry, but have patience. Please have patience and understand that life is not only like a puzzle, okay, but it's like a game for you. So remember to approach life with childlike wonder and curiosity, but also with the innocence and adoration of a child who is truly getting to experience the playground and a playing field that it's created for itself for the first time. Okay, so that's a strong message that is coming through. I think that is all I have today, my loves. If you were still here in this reading, then this entire reading belongs to you. And all of this positive energy and all of my positive Reiki and all of my positive energy, I am sending all of it to you. And obviously, you got all of it. So just know that all of these were activations, okay? So you don't have to worry. Release the worry, release the fear, release the doubt. That's the only real thing you need to do here. Your emotional maturity is stabilizing. You can detach from the triggers. Please detach from the triggers. Don't let anything trigger you. Release anything that keeps you in that lower sacral, or the inverted sacral energy and that inverted sun energy that kind of closed off, introverted or non-communicative and imbalanced, and just not being in your creative spark. This is something siphoning your sexual energy and taking away your self-confidence in some way. And so we really want to restore that to make sure that we're creating our lives and using our creativity in the way that the divine truly desires for us. So that's using your imagination and expression in a passionate and original way. And ultimately, your emotional maturity is stabilizing. Detach from the triggers. Neutrality is creating the leverage in your life, okay? So just know that the conflict is fading and understand that you are building security not only in your life but in yourself. So patience is refining your results. So just avoid rushing and be very patient with yourself. Be kind to yourself. Okay? Do what's best for you in all ways. Confirmation received. And as always, I love you, each and every one of you, unconditionally. If you are new here, do consider subscribing. We would love to have you around. Otherwise, I am sending all my light, my love, and my blessings to each and every one of you. And I will see you in my next reading.